Hello, how are you? It's Burgess Taylor. Sometimes when we get a bit overwhelmed, it's easy to forget what we love, what inspires us, what is important to us, what fills our well and nourishes our creative spirit. It's easy to dismiss that feeling of overwhelm, of other people's intentions, other people's what fills their well, as we are filled with things like responsibilities such as work, family, life, when we are filled with frustration, anxiety, when we are feeling stuck or stagnant in limbo, when we stop believing in our own abilities, in our own creativity, when we feel guilty because we're not keeping up with our to-do list, or when we're not producing content that we really like or really love, when we aren't able to juggle all the things. Right now, I want you to take a moment. Give yourself some grace. I know that sounds a bit woo-woo, but the compassion that we'd give someone else, that forgiveness that we'd give someone else for not being perfect. None of us are perfect. And we understand that, and we are forgiving of other people's imperfections. But we have a much harder time forgiving ourselves for not being perfect. On the days when we are really frustrated, overwhelmed, anxious, scared, angry, the more that we dwell in that negative space, the more negative we're going to feel. So right now, like I said, as woo-woo as it sounds, take a moment to give yourself some grace, some compassion, forgiveness for not being perfect. I have had to do that. Choosing to give ourselves grace, compassion, and forgiveness allows us to make peace with our imperfections. Remember how magical it felt when you got a new idea, a new supply, a new notebook, new pens, new paints, when you started a new creative pursuit, a new creative project? That feeling is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Now I'm going to think about how amazing it felt to put that new idea into action. When you learned how to use that new supply, when you finished that new creative project, how amazing it felt when everything comes together. Because that's where I've been at for the past couple of weeks, the past few weeks. Sometimes we have to shake things up a bit, whether we're the ones doing it or somebody else is doing it for us, to throw a wrench in or have somebody else throw a wrench in things so that we can see things clearly. That's made me realize that I really have to be much more intentional about where I put my energy. It's more than just my creativity. It's also my creative energy. I let that wrench that got thrown into things turn into creative chaos, turn into overwhelm, turn into frustration and anger and anxiety and overwhelm. And I had to take a step back and recenter myself. And in doing that, it's made me realize just how much I have to offer, just how much I want to do and I want to accomplish. It's made me realize just where I really need to focus my creative energy and my creativity. Sure, things are a bit different. Sure, things are probably going to be a little bit more different. And as I endeavor to figure out how things are going to work with everything, it's also made me think, what are the things that I really love? What are the things that really bring me joy? What are my absolute necessities? What are necessities? And what are the things I want? It's kind of like your wants versus needs, support and comfort, stability, acceptance. But sometimes that acceptance and that love have to first and foremost come internally. And over the past week or two, I've been kind of trying to figure things out, for Patreon, trying to figure things out for YouTube, a main YouTube channel, and the second YouTube channel. As I do this, and this video is going to go up tomorrow, which will be my 4-year anniversary on YouTube. And I posted in the Journey with Burgess group my very first video that I did on this channel. And I watched it all the way through. I was so nervous. I was filled with anxiety. I was uncomfortable. It felt awkward. I had no idea what I was doing. The lighting was horrible. I had a really old webcam. I Had no idea where to look. I had no idea how to edit a video. That video is not edited. It is straight up just film it and then put it up. And it took me at least 10 times to get that video as decent as it was. And it's still not. Still not. Not compared to the videos I have now. And I'm still have a long way to go. I am not a professional. I'm just a normal person living a normal life who is extremely creative and wants to share things so that hopefully, I can inspire at least one person. If I could inspire one person a month, that would be 12 people a year. To pick up a pen, a pencil, and to write, to journal, to create art, pick up a paintbrush, do anything creative, read a book, write a book, make your own journal. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And that's why I'm here. When I first started watching YouTube, I was like, where are all the older people? I was participating in NaNoWriMo. I was trying to prep for NaNoWriMo, and I had been participating in NaNoWriMo since 2002. And I skipped some years in between. But when I started looking through YouTube videos for NaNoWriMo and for writing videos, there weren't very many writing videos out there at all. Now we have AuthorTube. When I first started watching videos and making videos about writing, there weren't very many. There were a lot of younger people doing it, but there weren't very many older people. Not people who had spent their whole life working and taking care of their, and then finally picking up their creative life and going, hey, I can be creative now. Hey, I have the time to be creative now. Or who had forgotten all about their creative life and wanted and needed to be creative again. I realized that the demographics for YouTube are between the ages of, I don't know, 15, 16, and like in the early 30s. As someone who's 51, I know that my demographics don't fit that. And I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with, however, is the feeling that I have to be something I'm not to fit in on YouTube, to grow on YouTube, to fit in the creative world, to fit in this. I'm not okay with that. I'm an eclectic person. My interests are wide and varied. And I felt like I needed to change who I was in order to fit in on YouTube, because people were commenting about different things. People were sending me messages and emails, and they were, on the one hand, the majority, 90% of them, are positive, and how uplifting the videos are because I'm older and I'm out here making myself vulnerable. But there was that little bit of people who were complaining, of people who were feeling like my content wasn't up to par, who wanted me to change the kind of content I produce. And that's not okay. People are making videos, and a lot of the people who aren't big YouTubers are making videos. They're taking their time and their effort, their energy, and they're not getting paid for it. We're doing it because we love it. And even if we do get a little money for it, it's here and there, and it's not a whole lot. And I don't think I'll ever do sponsorship. I don't think, other than AdSense, I will ever do anything other than AdSense for YouTube. I have Patreon, and for those of you who really want to support me, you can do the Ko-Fi thing with the coffee. You can buy me a coffee. You can join Patreon. But as far as YouTube is concerned, this is my hobby. This is what I love, and I do it because I love it, and I do it because it's important to me, because my hope is that one of you out there who maybe like me spent a time working in a job that maybe you were good at but you didn't necessarily like at all, but you did it because you had to raise your kids. You had to pay for groceries and daycare and braces and stuff like that. And then when you were finally able to pursue your dreams, your real deep down inner dreams, and be creative, or maybe add some creativity to your life, you were stuck going, what? Wait a minute, I don't even know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I want to inspire and motivate somebody. Like I said, if I can do it one time a month, one person a month can get inspired to pick up a pen, a pencil, a paintbrush, open a Word document, write, journal, create art, do a DIY project. anything, something creative, then I have done exactly what I intended to do, and that's what this channel is really about. That's why I started this channel. If you look back on all of the videos I've been making for 4 years, you will find writing videos. You will find art videos. You will find some reviews, which probably aren't all that great. There's a couple of them that are really good. But I have opened the second channel because some of you who really have, my channel has grown more and more and has gotten more towards the art journaling and the planning. And those of you who aren't comfortable, I took to heart what you said. And out of respect and love, I opened the second channel. Second channel, this channel will contain journal videos, planning videos, and basic regular writing videos, NaNoWriMo kind of videos. Anything that has to do with any of the other stuff is on the second channel. Because I love y'all. Because I love y'all. And I know that many of you, the small percentage of people who felt like we're having a hard time because I had intermingled some things into regular videos, and you were having a hard time differentiating between what was what. So I am now going to be making content that is specifically regular stuff. So like I said, the second channel will contain all spiritual stuff. So tarot, astrology, moon, oracle cards, using tarot for my writing. I will still on this channel talk about the hero's journey and writing and outlining, because I use the hero's journey to outline. And I will do a video very soon about using the hero's journey to outline. Just the hero's journey. And I did that because I love y'all. I lost 34 subscribers. I've lost 34 subscribers in this past month, in the last 30 days. And that breaks my heart in a way, but on the other hand, I realize I'm not everybody's cup of coffee. And not everybody's my cup of coffee. We're all on our own journey. And I just want to make somebody a little happier because they were creative today. So thank you for watching, and thank you for sticking around. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.